Behind the dazzling lights of sold-out stadiums, luxury fashion campaigns, and record-breaking global success lies a far more intriguing story, one measured not only by fame, but by extraordinary wealth. In 2026, the financial rankings of K-pop's biggest stars have shifted in ways few expected, fueled by music royalties, business ventures, global endorsements, and investments that extend far beyond the stage. Official records reveal part of the picture, while industry analysts continue debating the true scale of fortunes hidden behind carefully managed public images. Welcome to K-Pop Fact Today, where every ranking is built on available reports, financial analysis, and verified industry information. The countdown begins now, revealing the top 7 richest K-pop singers in 2026. And the identity of number 1 may change everything the world thought it knew. Position number 7. Felix, Stray Kids. As the first light of morning slowly illuminated the skyline of Seoul, the headquarters of major entertainment agencies had already begun another day of negotiations involving sponsorship contracts, royalty reports, and global business partnerships worth millions of dollars. While fans around the world focused on music videos, concert performances, and social media updates, a quieter competition unfolded behind closed doors. A race measured not in applause, but in financial influence. Among the names repeatedly appearing in discussions by entertainment analysts was Felix of Stray Kids. Years ago, he was recognized primarily for his unmistakably deep voice and magnetic stage presence. By 2026, however, his name had evolved into something much larger. It represented a rapidly expanding financial portfolio built through music, international endorsements, luxury fashion collaborations, world tours, merchandise sales, and carefully selected commercial opportunities. Official industry records indicate that Stray Kids remained one of the highest-performing fourth-generation K-pop groups globally, generating remarkable album sales and attracting millions of fans across Asia, Europe, North America, and Latin America. As the group's international influence expanded, so did Felix's commercial value. Every successful world tour significantly increased performance revenue, while streaming royalties accumulated continuously across countless digital platforms. Unlike the unpredictable spikes of viral popularity, these revenue streams reflected a business model designed for long-term sustainability rather than temporary attention. Industry observers frequently noted that Felix possessed one of the strongest global brand appeals among his generation, particularly in luxury fashion and premium lifestyle marketing. Various reports suggested that international companies viewed him as an ideal ambassador because his popularity extended well beyond traditional K-pop audiences. His image appealed to fashion enthusiasts, younger consumers, and international luxury buyers alike. Although the exact financial terms of endorsement agreements remained confidential, official announcements consistently confirmed partnerships with prestigious global brands, reinforcing the perception that his commercial influence continued growing year after year. Music itself remained another essential pillar of his financial success. Every album released by Stray Kids contributed additional royalty income, while songwriting and performance credits offered long-term earnings beyond immediate promotional cycles. Industry analysts often emphasize that in modern K-pop, sustainable wealth rarely depends on a single source of income. Instead, it emerges from a carefully balanced ecosystem of royalties, licensing agreements, concert revenue, advertising contracts, merchandise, digital content, and intellectual property. Felix appeared to embody this diversified approach remarkably well. International touring further transformed his financial profile. Stadiums filled with tens of thousands of fans generated extraordinary ticket revenue, while exclusive VIP packages, official merchandise, and licensing agreements created multiple layers of commercial income surrounding every concert.
Financial experts have frequently pointed out that global touring has become one of the most profitable sectors of the entertainment industry, especially for artists capable of maintaining consistently sold-out performances across multiple continents. By 2026, Stray Kids had firmly established themselves among those elite touring acts. Yet, despite the impressive figures often associated with Felix's wealth, considerable uncertainty remained regarding the true size of his personal fortune. Official financial disclosures within the Korean entertainment industry rarely reveal complete details of individual artists' private investments or contractual arrangements. Various speculations suggested that strategic investments outside music, including real estate and diversified financial assets, could have strengthened his long-term financial position, though available evidence remains debated, and much of that information has never been publicly verified. This uncertainty has only fueled public fascination. Every year, new wealth rankings emerge from different financial publications, often presenting slightly different estimates depending on methodology, available disclosures, and assumptions regarding private assets. Some rankings prioritize annual income, while others attempt to estimate total net worth by considering ownership stakes, investment growth, intellectual property, and future earning potential. Because of these differences, Felix's exact position frequently varies across international reports. Nevertheless, one conclusion appears remarkably consistent. By 2026, Felix had secured a place among the wealthiest individual K-pop singers in the industry, representing not merely commercial success, but a carefully constructed career capable of generating financial stability long after promotional activities conclude. His journey illustrates how modern K-pop has evolved into a sophisticated global business where artistic talent serves as only one component of a much larger financial ecosystem. Behind every award, every chart achievement, and every sold-out arena exists an intricate network of negotiations, investments, licensing agreements, and strategic partnerships that few fans ever witness. Felix's growing fortune reflects that hidden machinery just as much as it reflects his undeniable talent. Yet one question continues to echo throughout the entertainment industry. If an artist who debuted only a few years ago has already accumulated such extraordinary wealth, what hidden financial forces are elevating those who stand even higher on this countdown?
Position number 6, Taehyung, BTS. As night settled over Seoul and the city lights reflected across the glass towers of Gangnam's financial district, another kind of performance was quietly taking place far from concert stages and flashing cameras. Inside corporate boardrooms, marketing executives reviewed global sales reports, luxury brand campaigns, and investment projections tied to some of the most influential celebrities on the planet. Among the names that repeatedly surfaced in these confidential discussions was Kim Taehyung, better known worldwide as V of BTS. Long celebrated for his distinctive voice, artistic vision, and unmistakable charisma, Taehyung had by 2026 become something far greater than a global music icon. He represented a commercial phenomenon whose financial influence extended across multiple industries, transforming his personal brand into an asset valued far beyond the traditional boundaries of K-pop. Official records indicate that BTS continued to maintain one of the strongest global fan communities in modern entertainment history, and although the members increasingly pursued individual activities alongside group projects, Taehyung's personal market value continued to rise at an extraordinary pace. Every appearance, every campaign, and every carefully selected collaboration seemed to reinforce a single conclusion shared by many industry analysts. His influence had become remarkably resilient, capable of generating significant economic impact regardless of whether he was standing on a concert stage, appearing in a luxury fashion campaign, or releasing solo artistic projects. Music remained the foundation of his financial empire. Revenue generated through album sales, streaming royalties, publishing rights, digital downloads, licensing agreements, and performance distributions continued flowing long after each release.
Financial experts frequently note that artists with globally successful catalogs often experience sustained royalty income for years, sometimes decades after the initial launch of their music. In Taehyung's case, the enormous international reach of BTS, combined with his expanding solo discography, created multiple streams of recurring revenue that extended well beyond ordinary promotional cycles. Every time millions of listeners replayed BTS classics or his solo releases across digital platforms, another layer of long-term financial value quietly accumulated behind the scenes. Yet music alone cannot fully explain his remarkable position among the wealthiest K-pop singers in 2026. One of the most significant drivers of his fortune came from luxury branding. Official announcements over recent years confirmed partnerships with internationally recognized fashion and jewelry houses, relationships that elevated him beyond the role of a conventional celebrity ambassador. Marketing analysts have repeatedly described Taehyung as an artist whose image aligns naturally with premium luxury markets. His influence extends into fashion, art, photography, and lifestyle culture, allowing global brands to connect with audiences across different age groups and regions simultaneously. Various reports suggest that campaigns featuring his image consistently generated substantial online engagement, impressive media value, and increased consumer interest, reinforcing his status as one of the most commercially valuable public figures associated with luxury branding. While the exact financial terms of endorsement contracts remain confidential, official records confirm that these collaborations represented an important component of his expanding wealth. Beyond endorsements, another dimension of Taehyung's financial growth emerged through intellectual property and brand value. Modern entertainment economists increasingly argue that celebrity influence itself has become a measurable economic asset. Every social media post, fashion appearance, magazine cover, or public event can produce measurable commercial effects that translate into advertising value, licensing opportunities, and future negotiation power. In Taehyung's case, his global reputation allowed him to command attention across markets that traditionally operated independently from the music industry. His impact reached luxury retail, fashion publishing, international exhibitions, lifestyle marketing, and digital media, creating an interconnected commercial network capable of generating revenue through multiple channels simultaneously. Concert touring also continued to represent a major pillar of his financial success. Whenever BTS activities resumed or special performances took place, ticket sales, premium experiences, merchandise, broadcasting rights, sponsorship agreements, and licensing opportunities combined into revenue streams worth extraordinary sums. Industry specialists often explain that global stadium tours have become one of the most profitable sectors within contemporary entertainment, particularly for artists whose fan communities consistently support large-scale international events. Official records indicate that BTS remained among the world's most commercially successful touring acts, ensuring that each participating member continued benefiting from one of the strongest live performance business models in modern music. Nevertheless, despite countless estimates published across financial magazines and entertainment rankings, the precise scale of Taehyung's personal fortune remains difficult to determine. Official financial disclosures rarely reveal complete information regarding private investments, ownership structures, business partnerships, or long-term asset management strategies. Various speculation suggests that diversified investments, including potential interests in real estate and financial portfolios, may have strengthened his overall net worth, but available evidence remains debated, and many claims circulating online have never been independently verified. This uncertainty has fueled ongoing debate among entertainment analysts, with different publications presenting varying estimates depending on whether they prioritize annual earnings, accumulated assets, projected royalty income, or commercial brand valuation. Regardless of the methodology used, however, one conclusion appears remarkably consistent across credible industry discussions. By 2026, Taehyung had established himself as one of the most financially influential artists not only within BTS, but across the entire global K-pop industry. His journey demonstrates that extraordinary wealth in modern entertainment is rarely created with talent alone. It is built through strategic decisions, carefully managed partnerships, enduring artistic relevance, and an international reputation capable of generating economic value across industries that extend far beyond music itself. Yet, as remarkable as Taehyung's financial empire appears, five names still stand above him in this countdown. If his global influence is already measured in extraordinary wealth, what hidden financial forces have propelled the remaining artists even higher toward the top of this mysterious ranking?
Position number 5, Jennie, Blackpink. As the sun disappeared behind the skyline of Seoul and luxury boutiques along Cheongdam-dong prepared to close their doors, another cycle of global commerce was only beginning. Across Paris, New York, Milan, Tokyo, and Dubai, digital marketing teams monitored engagement statistics, luxury sales reports, and campaign performances linked to one of the most recognizable faces in modern entertainment. Every photograph released, every fashion appearance, and every carefully curated public event generated measurable economic impact within minutes. Behind the glamorous headlines and millions of social media interactions existed a far more complex reality, one where influence itself had become one of the world's most valuable financial assets. At the center of countless discussions among entertainment analysts stood Jennie of Blackpink. Once introduced simply as a rapper and vocalist in one of K-pop's most successful girl groups, Jennie had, by 2026, evolved into an international business phenomenon whose financial influence extended well beyond music. Official records indicate that Blackpink remained among the most commercially successful female groups in the history of K-pop, continuing to attract enormous global audiences through streaming platforms, album sales, world tours, and premium brand collaborations. Yet, financial observers increasingly noted that Jennie's individual commercial identity had reached a level where her personal brand possessed substantial value independent of group activities. This transformation did not occur overnight. It emerged gradually through years of strategic career decisions, carefully selected partnerships, and an image that consistently appealed to both luxury consumers and mainstream audiences. Music continued to provide the foundation of her growing fortune. Every Blackpink release generated worldwide streaming numbers measured in hundreds of millions, while solo projects expanded her catalog and created additional royalty streams. Industry experts frequently emphasize that artists operating on a global scale benefit from recurring revenue generated through publishing rights, digital streaming, licensing agreements, synchronization deals, and long-term catalog performance. Unlike temporary promotional income, these revenue sources continue producing financial returns long after the initial release period concludes. For Jennie, whose music maintained exceptional international popularity, these recurring earnings became an increasingly important component of her overall wealth. However, according to numerous entertainment analysts, the most remarkable aspect of Jennie's financial success lies in the extraordinary commercial value of her image. Official announcements over recent years confirmed collaborations with several internationally renowned luxury fashion and beauty houses, partnerships that elevated her far beyond the traditional role of celebrity ambassador. Marketing specialists frequently describe Jennie as one of the rare public figures capable of influencing purchasing behavior across multiple continents simultaneously. Whether appearing at international fashion weeks, fronting global advertising campaigns, or attending exclusive luxury events, her presence consistently generated enormous online engagement and widespread media coverage. Various industry reports suggest that campaigns involving Jennie often produced significant earned media value, reinforcing her reputation as one of the most commercially powerful figures in contemporary fashion marketing. Although the exact financial details of these endorsement contracts remain confidential, official records confirm that such collaborations represented a substantial pillar of her expanding financial empire. Beyond fashion, Jennie's influence also extended into beauty, lifestyle branding, digital media, and creative entrepreneurship.
By 2026, industry observers increasingly viewed her not merely as an entertainer, but as a multi-dimensional global brand. Every carefully managed public appearance contributed to a broader commercial ecosystem where social media engagement, advertising partnerships, licensing opportunities, and intellectual property combined to generate sustained financial growth. Entertainment economists often argue that in today's global market, celebrity influence itself functions as a measurable economic asset. In Jennie's case, that influence reached extraordinary levels, allowing companies to leverage her reputation across industries far removed from the traditional boundaries of music. Concert performances remained another major driver of her wealth. Blackpink's continued ability to attract massive international audiences ensured that ticket revenue, premium fan experiences, official merchandise, sponsorship agreements, and global broadcasting rights remained exceptionally profitable. Financial experts consistently identify worldwide touring as one of the entertainment industry's most lucrative revenue streams, particularly for artists with established international fan communities. Official records indicate that Blackpink continued to rank among the world's most successful touring acts, providing each member with access to one of the strongest commercial platforms in modern popular music. Nevertheless, despite countless financial rankings published around the world, determining Jennie's exact net worth remains an ongoing challenge. Official financial disclosures within the entertainment industry rarely provide complete transparency regarding private investments, ownership interests, contractual structures, or diversified business assets. Various speculation suggests that strategic investments and entrepreneurial ventures may further strengthen her long-term financial position, though available evidence remains debated, and much of the information circulating online has never been independently confirmed. This lack of complete transparency has fueled continuing debate among financial publications, with different organizations presenting varying estimates depending on their valuation methods, assumptions regarding private holdings, and treatment of future earning potential. Yet, despite these differences, one conclusion consistently emerges from official records and credible industry analysis. By 2026, Jennie had firmly established herself among the wealthiest individual K-pop singers in the world. Her financial success reflects far more than album sales or endorsement contracts alone. It represents years of disciplined brand management, global cultural influence, sustained artistic relevance, and an extraordinary ability to transform popularity into lasting economic power. Still, as impressive as Jennie's financial empire appears, four names remain ahead in this countdown. If her influence has already reshaped both the music and luxury industries, what hidden forces and remarkable fortunes could possibly place the remaining artists above her?
Position number 4. Lisa, Blackpink. As midnight swept across the world's financial capitals, the glow of skyscrapers in Seoul, Bangkok, Paris, and New York illuminated more than corporate offices and luxury boutiques. Behind countless computer screens, analysts reviewed quarterly reports, brand performance metrics, streaming statistics, and consumer engagement data connected to one of the most recognizable women in global entertainment. Every chart, every campaign, and every international appearance revealed the same unmistakable pattern. Lisa of Blackpink was no longer simply one of K-pop's biggest stars. By 2026, she had become an international commercial powerhouse whose financial influence stretched across music, fashion, luxury retail, television, digital media, and global brand marketing. Official records indicate that her career continued expanding at an exceptional pace, making her one of the highest-earning individual artists to emerge from the Korean entertainment industry. While millions admired her breathtaking performances and charismatic stage presence, another story unfolded quietly behind the scenes, a story written not with applause, but with contracts, licensing agreements, royalty statements, investment portfolios, and strategic business decisions that steadily elevated her wealth to extraordinary levels.
Music remained the cornerstone of Lisa's financial empire. Blackpink's extensive global catalog continued generating enormous streaming revenue through digital platforms, while physical album sales maintained impressive commercial performance across international markets. Every successful release contributed additional royalties, licensing income, and publishing revenue that accumulated long after promotional activities had ended. Industry experts frequently explain that globally recognized artists rarely depend solely on new releases for financial growth. Instead, long-term wealth is often sustained through recurring royalty payments from catalogs that continue attracting hundreds of millions of listeners year after year. Lisa's solo music projects further strengthened this financial foundation, creating additional streams of income independent of group activities and reinforcing her position as a commercially successful solo artist. However, according to numerous entertainment analysts, the most remarkable aspect of her fortune lies beyond music itself. Her commercial influence within the global luxury industry has become one of the defining characteristics of her career. Official announcements have confirmed partnerships with internationally renowned fashion houses, jewelry companies, and premium lifestyle brands, relationships that significantly expanded her earning potential. Marketing specialists frequently describe Lisa as one of the most powerful celebrity ambassadors in the luxury sector, capable of generating enormous consumer engagement within hours of appearing in a campaign or attending a major fashion event. Every appearance at Paris Fashion Week, every international magazine cover, and every carefully curated advertising campaign amplified her commercial value. Various reports suggest that products associated with Lisa often experienced substantial increases in online visibility and consumer demand, reinforcing the perception that her influence extended far beyond traditional entertainment audiences. Although the financial details of endorsement agreements remain confidential, official records consistently demonstrate that these partnerships represent one of the strongest pillars supporting her expanding wealth. Lisa's international identity has also played a unique role in shaping her financial success. Born in Thailand before achieving global fame through the Korean entertainment industry, she established a level of cross-cultural appeal rarely seen in modern popular music. This broad international recognition enabled brands to connect simultaneously with consumers throughout Asia, Europe, the Americas, and the Middle East. Industry observers frequently argue that this multinational influence significantly increases an artist's commercial value because companies seek ambassadors capable of reaching diverse markets without cultural limitations. By 2026, Lisa's reputation had evolved into a truly global brand, allowing her to participate in campaigns extending far beyond music, including fashion, cosmetics, luxury accessories, television productions, and digital content partnerships. Concert touring remained another extraordinary contributor to her financial growth. Blackpink's international performances continued attracting massive audiences, generating substantial revenue through ticket sales, premium fan experiences, official merchandise, sponsorship agreements, and worldwide broadcasting rights. Financial analysts consistently identify stadium tours as one of the entertainment industry's most profitable business models, particularly for artists whose international fan communities maintain exceptional loyalty. Official records indicate that Blackpink remained among the highest-grossing touring acts in the world, ensuring that each member benefited from one of the strongest live performance revenue structures in contemporary music. Beyond touring and endorsements, industry experts have increasingly highlighted the importance of intellectual property and personal branding in evaluating Lisa's long-term financial position. Every official image, licensed product, collaborative collection, and exclusive commercial partnership contributed to an expanding portfolio of valuable assets. Entertainment economists often argue that in today's digital economy, celebrity influence functions much like a global corporation, with measurable brand equity capable of generating recurring income across multiple industries simultaneously. Lisa's ability to maintain relevance across fashion, music, entertainment, and digital culture positioned her as one of the clearest examples of this evolving business model. Yet, despite widespread recognition of her remarkable success, the precise size of Lisa's personal fortune remains difficult to determine. Official financial disclosures rarely reveal complete information regarding private investments, ownership interests, business ventures, or long-term asset management strategies. Various speculation suggests that diversified investments and entrepreneurial activities may further strengthen her overall net worth, but available evidence remains debated, and many online estimates rely on assumptions rather than verified documentation. This uncertainty has fueled continuous discussion among financial publications, each producing different rankings based on varying methodologies and valuation models. Nevertheless, one conclusion consistently emerges from official records and credible industry analysis. By 2026, Lisa had secured her place among the richest individual K-pop singers in the world. Her extraordinary wealth reflects not only remarkable artistic talent, but also years of strategic career management, international commercial appeal, and an ability to transform global popularity into a financial empire that extends far beyond the recording studio. Even so, despite her immense wealth and worldwide influence, three artists remain in this countdown. If Lisa's financial success has already redefined what is possible for a modern K-pop star, what hidden sources of wealth and global business power have propelled the remaining names to even greater heights?
Position number 3. Jungkook, BTS. As the first rays of dawn broke across the Han River, the city of Seoul slowly awakened beneath a skyline that has witnessed the rise of one of the most influential entertainment industries in history. Office towers belonging to global advertising agencies came alive as executives reviewed campaign performances from Europe, North America, the Middle East, and Asia. Financial analysts monitored streaming reports that updated by the second, while investment specialists evaluated the commercial impact of artists whose influence had grown beyond music into a worldwide economic force. Among the names appearing repeatedly across these reports was Jungkook of BTS. By 2026, he was no longer viewed solely as the youngest member of the world's most successful K-pop group. He had become an independent global brand whose financial power reached across music, fashion, luxury endorsements, digital platforms, publishing rights, and intellectual property. Official records indicate that Jungkook remained one of the most streamed Korean solo artists in the world, while industry analysts consistently ranked him among the highest-value celebrities in Asian entertainment. Yet behind the impressive numbers lies a far more complex financial story, one that continues to fascinate both economists and fans alike. Every chart-topping release, every sold-out performance, and every carefully selected commercial partnership contributed to an expanding fortune that few could have imagined during the early years of his career. Music has always remained the foundation of Jungkook's extraordinary wealth. BTS's extensive global catalog continued generating enormous royalty income through digital streaming, physical album sales, licensing agreements, synchronization rights, publishing revenue, and international broadcasting. Unlike temporary commercial success, these assets represent long-term financial engines capable of producing revenue for decades. Financial experts frequently emphasize that artists with globally recognized catalogs often receive continuous royalty payments long after promotional campaigns have concluded. Jungkook's own solo releases further strengthened this financial foundation.
Official records show that several of his songs achieved exceptional international performance, reaching major streaming milestones and securing strong positions on global music charts. Every stream, download, radio broadcast, and licensed use quietly added another layer to a financial structure built for long-term sustainability rather than short-term popularity. However, according to numerous entertainment analysts, music explains only part of Jungkook's remarkable financial position. His immense commercial value as an international ambassador has become equally significant. Official announcements have confirmed partnerships with globally recognized brands seeking access to his unparalleled international audience. Marketing specialists frequently describe Jungkook as one of the most influential celebrity endorsers of his generation, noting that products associated with his image often experience immediate increases in online engagement, media exposure, and consumer interest. Various reports suggest that campaigns involving Jungkook consistently generate extraordinary earned media value across multiple countries, making him an exceptionally attractive partner for premium global companies. Although the financial terms of endorsement agreements remain confidential, official records indicate that these collaborations represent a substantial source of recurring income beyond music alone. Another critical element behind Jungkook's growing fortune is the power of his personal brand. Entertainment economists increasingly argue that in the digital era, influence itself functions as a measurable financial asset. Social media engagement, public recognition, cultural impact, and global visibility all contribute to an artist's commercial valuation. Jungkook's influence extends far beyond traditional entertainment audiences, reaching luxury consumers, mainstream music listeners, fashion enthusiasts, and digital communities spread across nearly every continent. Every public appearance, exclusive interview, international performance, or social media update reinforces a commercial ecosystem where visibility translates directly into economic opportunity. This unique ability to generate attention across multiple industries has significantly strengthened his long-term financial outlook. Concert touring has also remained one of the most profitable pillars of Jungkook's wealth. Official records indicate that BTS continues to rank among the most commercially successful touring acts in modern music history. Every global tour creates multiple revenue streams simultaneously, including ticket sales, premium fan experiences, official merchandise, sponsorship agreements, live broadcasting rights, and licensing opportunities. Financial analysts consistently identify stadium touring as one of the entertainment industry's most lucrative business models, particularly for artists capable of maintaining sold-out performances across numerous international markets. Jungkook's participation in these large-scale productions has undoubtedly contributed significantly to his accumulated wealth. Beyond entertainment activities, considerable public curiosity surrounds Jungkook's potential investments. Official financial disclosures rarely reveal complete information regarding private assets, investment portfolios, ownership structures, or business interests. Various speculation suggests that diversified investments, including real estate and financial assets, may have strengthened his overall net worth. However, available evidence remains debated, and many estimates circulating online rely on assumptions rather than verified documentation. Because of this limited transparency, different financial publications continue presenting varying estimates of his total fortune, depending on the methodologies they employ. Some prioritize annual earnings, while others emphasize long-term assets, intellectual property, future royalties, and commercial brand valuation. Despite these differences, one conclusion consistently emerges from official records and credible industry analysis. Jungkook stands among the wealthiest and most financially influential individual artists in the global K-pop industry. His journey illustrates how exceptional talent, disciplined career management, strategic commercial partnerships, and sustained worldwide popularity can evolve into an economic empire extending far beyond the recording studio. Yet, despite the extraordinary scale of his financial success, two names remain above him in this countdown. If Jungkook's fortune already represents one of the greatest financial achievements in modern K-pop history, what hidden forces, investments, and global influence have propelled the final two artists to even greater heights?
Position number 2, Rosé, Blackpink. As evening descended over the illuminated streets of Seoul, another business day quietly concluded inside the headquarters of multinational luxury brands. Yet for financial analysts following the global entertainment industry, the most important numbers were only beginning to arrive. Streaming platforms updated hourly listening statistics, advertising agencies measured campaign performance across dozens of countries, and market researchers examined consumer behavior influenced by only a handful of international celebrities. Among the names dominating these reports was Rosé of Blackpink. By 2026, she had become far more than one of K-pop's most celebrated vocalists. She represented an artist whose financial influence extended across music, luxury fashion, global endorsements, publishing rights, and creative ventures, establishing herself as one of the wealthiest individual performers in the Korean entertainment industry. Official records indicate that Blackpink continued to maintain extraordinary commercial strength worldwide, while Rosé's individual career experienced remarkable expansion through successful solo projects, international collaborations, and carefully selected partnerships with some of the world's most prestigious companies. Behind the elegance that audiences witnessed on stage existed a carefully constructed financial empire built over years of strategic decisions rather than sudden success. Every achievement appeared effortless to the public, yet industry observers frequently noted that each milestone represented countless negotiations, long-term planning, and disciplined career management operating quietly behind the scenes. Music remained the foundation upon which Rosé's wealth continued to grow. Blackpink's extensive catalog generated continuous royalty income through global streaming services, physical album sales, digital downloads, licensing agreements, publishing rights, and international broadcasting. Financial experts often explain that artists possessing internationally recognized music libraries benefit from recurring revenue that continues accumulating long after promotional periods have ended. Every stream recorded on digital platforms contributed another small piece to an increasingly valuable portfolio of intellectual property. Rosé's solo releases further strengthened this financial structure. Official records show that her individual music achieved significant commercial success, attracting hundreds of millions of streams while expanding her audience beyond Blackpink's already massive global fanbase. These accomplishments created additional royalty streams independent of group activities, reinforcing her position as both a successful member of Blackpink and an accomplished solo artist. However, according to numerous entertainment analysts, Rosé's exceptional financial standing cannot be understood through music alone. One of the defining characteristics of her career has been her extraordinary influence within the luxury fashion and lifestyle industries. Official announcements confirmed long-standing collaborations with internationally recognized luxury houses, whose global reputations perfectly aligned with her sophisticated public image. Marketing specialists frequently describe Rosé as an ambassador whose influence reaches beyond traditional advertising. Her appearances at fashion weeks, international campaigns, editorial features, and exclusive brand events consistently generated extensive media coverage across multiple continents. Various reports suggest that campaigns associated with Rosé often produced substantial earned media value, increasing global visibility for the brands she represented, while simultaneously strengthening her own commercial profile. Although the exact financial terms of these endorsement agreements remain confidential, official records consistently indicate that such partnerships contribute significantly to her expanding wealth. Another important dimension of Rosé's financial success lies in her unique international appeal. Raised in a multicultural environment before achieving worldwide recognition through K-pop, she developed an image capable of connecting naturally with audiences across Asia, Oceania, Europe, and North America.
Industry analysts frequently argue that this global accessibility dramatically increases an artist's commercial value because multinational companies increasingly seek ambassadors capable of communicating with diverse international markets. By 2026, Rosé had established herself as one of the most recognizable Korean entertainment figures worldwide, allowing her influence to extend into fashion, cosmetics, luxury accessories, digital content, and premium lifestyle branding. Concert touring continued serving as another powerful engine behind her financial growth. Official records indicate that Blackpink remained among the world's highest-grossing female touring acts, attracting massive audiences across major international stadiums and arenas. Every performance generated multiple revenue streams simultaneously, including ticket sales, premium fan packages, official merchandise, sponsorship agreements, live broadcasting rights, and licensing opportunities. Financial specialists consistently identify worldwide touring as one of the entertainment industry's most profitable sectors, particularly for artists capable of maintaining extraordinary demand across multiple continents. Rosé's participation in these record-breaking tours undoubtedly strengthened her long-term financial position. Yet beyond the visible sources of income, considerable speculation continues regarding the full extent of Rosé's private wealth. Official financial disclosures rarely provide complete transparency concerning investment portfolios, ownership interests, private business ventures, or long-term asset management strategies. Various speculation suggests that diversified investments and carefully managed financial planning may have significantly increased her overall net worth, though available evidence remains debated, and many estimates circulating online cannot be independently verified. This limited transparency has encouraged ongoing discussion among economists and entertainment publications, each applying different methodologies to estimate her personal fortune. Some prioritize annual earnings from endorsements in music, while others incorporate projected royalties, intellectual property valuation, and estimated investment growth. Despite these methodological differences, one conclusion consistently emerges from official records and credible industry analysis. By 2026, Rosé had secured her place among the richest and most financially influential K-pop singers in the world. Her remarkable journey demonstrates that lasting wealth in modern entertainment is rarely created through talent alone. It is built through artistic excellence, strategic partnerships, disciplined brand management, enduring international relevance, and an ability to transform cultural influence into long-term financial value. Nevertheless, despite standing above nearly every other artist in this extraordinary ranking, one final name remains. If Rosé's fortune already represents one of the greatest financial achievements in K-pop history, what hidden combination of global influence, commercial power, and accumulated wealth has elevated the artist in first place beyond everyone else?
Position number 1, Jimin, BTS. As the final hours before sunrise settled over Seoul, the city stood suspended between silence and motion. The streets were nearly empty. Yet inside financial institutions, entertainment agencies, and multinational corporations, another cycle of global commerce had already begun. Massive digital dashboards displayed streaming figures updating in real time, investment portfolios fluctuated with market activity, and executives reviewed reports measuring the commercial influence of only a handful of entertainers capable of moving entire industries. Hidden behind those columns of numbers was a name that appeared with remarkable consistency across entertainment analysis, brand valuation reports, and global popularity rankings: Park Jimin of BTS. For millions of fans, he remained one of the defining voices and performers of the modern K-pop era. For industry observers, however, he had become something even more extraordinary. By 2026, official records and multiple financial analyses consistently placed Jimin among the wealthiest and most commercially valuable individual K-pop singers in the world. His rise to the top was not the result of a single hit song, one endorsement deal, or one successful year. Instead, it represented the accumulation of more than a decade of global influence, disciplined career management, intellectual property, international partnerships, and an unparalleled ability to transform artistic excellence into long-term financial power. While audiences witnessed breathtaking performances and emotional musical releases, another story unfolded behind the spotlight, a story measured not in applause, but in contracts, royalties, investments, licensing agreements, and strategic business decisions that quietly expanded his financial empire year after year. Music remained the foundation of everything. Official records indicate that BTS continued to rank among the most streamed and commercially successful music acts in the world, generating enormous revenue through physical album sales, digital streaming platforms, publishing rights, synchronization licenses, broadcast royalties, and international distribution. Financial experts frequently explain that artists possessing catalogs of this magnitude benefit from recurring income capable of continuing for decades, long after promotional campaigns conclude. Every time listeners returned to BTS classics or streamed Jimin's solo releases, another layer of financial value accumulated through royalty structures carefully established within the modern music industry. His solo career further strengthened this foundation. Official chart performance demonstrated exceptional international demand for his individual work, proving that his commercial appeal extended well beyond group activities. Each successful release expanded his catalog of intellectual property, creating additional long-term assets capable of generating sustainable income across multiple global markets. Yet, according to entertainment economists, music alone cannot fully explain Jimin's extraordinary financial position. Equally important is the immense commercial value of his personal brand. Over the years, official announcements confirmed collaborations with internationally recognized luxury companies, premium fashion houses, and global marketing campaigns seeking access to his worldwide influence. Marketing specialists frequently describe Jimin as one of the most effective celebrity ambassadors in contemporary entertainment because his image consistently resonates across diverse demographics and international markets. Every campaign involving his participation generated substantial online engagement, widespread media coverage, and measurable consumer attention. Various reports suggest that brands associated with Jimin often experienced significant increases in digital visibility, reinforcing his reputation as one of the entertainment industry's most commercially influential figures. Although the exact financial details of endorsement agreements remain confidential, official records consistently indicate that these partnerships represent a major pillar supporting his remarkable wealth. Another defining element behind Jimin's financial success is the enduring strength of his global reputation. Entertainment analysts increasingly argue that celebrity influence itself has evolved into a measurable economic asset. In today's interconnected world, public recognition generates opportunities extending far beyond music. Fashion, luxury retail, advertising, publishing, digital media, broadcasting, cultural partnerships, and international licensing all contribute to a broader commercial ecosystem where visibility translates directly into economic value. Jimin occupies a unique position within this system. His artistic identity combines musical excellence, fashion influence, cultural relevance, and worldwide recognition into a personal brand capable of generating commercial opportunities across numerous industries simultaneously. Industry observers often emphasize that very few artists possess this level of cross-sector influence, making his long-term earning potential exceptionally resilient, even during periods of reduced promotional activity. Concert touring continued providing another extraordinary source of financial growth. Official records indicate that BTS remained among the most successful touring acts in modern entertainment history, with international performances generating substantial revenue through ticket sales, premium experiences, official merchandise, sponsorship agreements, licensing arrangements, and global broadcasting rights.
Financial specialists consistently identify worldwide stadium touring as one of the most profitable business models in the entertainment industry. Participation in these historic tours undoubtedly contributed significantly to Jimin's accumulated wealth, while simultaneously strengthening the global value of the BTS brand itself. Beyond these visible revenue streams, considerable fascination surrounds the possibility of Jimin's private investments. Official financial disclosures rarely reveal comprehensive information regarding personal asset portfolios, ownership interests, real estate holdings, or diversified business ventures. Various speculations suggest that carefully managed investments may have further expanded his overall net worth, though available evidence remains debated, and many online estimates cannot be independently verified. This limited transparency has fueled years of discussion among financial publications, each presenting different calculations depending on valuation methodology, projected future earnings, intellectual property estimates, and assumptions regarding private assets. Nevertheless, despite differences in exact numerical estimates, one conclusion repeatedly emerges across official records and credible industry analysis. By 2026, Jimin had established himself as the wealthiest individual K-pop singer in this ranking, standing at the pinnacle of an industry defined by relentless competition and global commercial influence. His journey illustrates that extraordinary wealth is rarely created through talent alone. It is built through consistency, international relevance, strategic partnerships, disciplined financial management, and the ability to remain culturally significant across changing generations of audiences. Behind every record-breaking performance lies years of invisible planning. Behind every luxury campaign exist countless negotiations. Behind every headline celebrating success stands a financial architecture that few outside the industry ever truly see. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of all. If the world can measure only the fortune that appears in official reports, how much of the true story still remains hidden beyond public view?